Hello again. Last one for today, order of operations. One thing that helped me remember when I was young was the phrase, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So here's the order written as a numerical list. Now it's kind of straightforward, but also some problems require us to kind of loop around through the order of operations depending on what we see. Specifically because of parentheses. We have to do what's inside them before we do anything else. Parentheses allow us to change the order of operations because without them, there were some things we just couldn't do. Exponents are next, so that's like 2 times 2 times 2, 2 to the third power. We talked about those earlier. Multiplication or division. Sometimes you're going to do division then multiplication, sometimes multiplication then division. It depends on what you see when you read the problem from left to right. Same thing with addition and subtraction. It's not necessarily addition first, it's whatever comes first as we go from left to right. Okay? So let's take a look at this problem right here. Here I have what's called a complex fraction. I have a long fraction bar and a bunch of stuff in the top. The long bar basically puts imaginary parentheses around the whole numerator. So another way to write this, instead of using the long horizontal fraction bar, is to use the slash for a division or a fraction. But then I have to be careful to make sure I put the whole numerator in parentheses because that often matters. Without it, it could screw up the order of operations of the original. And I'll show an example of that next time. So here, inside parentheses, there's a bunch of stuff. So I have to do what's inside the inner parentheses first. 10 plus 1 is 11. Once I've done what's inside, I can get rid of the parentheses. Now I have 11 times this 10 right here. Again, I have to stick inside the parentheses before I can move to anything else. 11 times 10 is 110. Finally, I can divide by 2 and get 155. Notice that if I do something and copy everything else I didn't do, I get to say that it's equal along the way. So you have to be careful in the way you note it. Let's try another one. 16 minus 2 times parentheses 3 plus 4. Order of operations here, again, I have to go to the parentheses first. I can't just go left to right. That's only when I'm focusing on addition and subtraction groups. I have to do parentheses first. Inside parentheses there happens to be an addition. 3 plus 4 is 7. Lack of a symbol here means multiply, so I put a dot for multiplication. But I don't need the parentheses once I've done what's inside. Now I can figure out what to do next. Now again, I can't just go left to right because there's both subtraction and multiplication. Order of operations says I should do the multiplication before I do the subtraction. So I have to say that 2 times 7 is 14. Finally, I can do the subtraction. 16 minus 14 is 2. If you try to violate that order like here, to go 16 minus 2 before you do the multiplication, you're going to get a different answer. 16 minus 2 would have been 14. 14 times 7 is 98? And so that's going to be a problem. So here, 2 is the correct answer if I follow the order of operations. And the thing you really need to do here is just practice the order of operations to get used to how you work through it. Because although it looks pretty straightforward here, in practice it can be pretty complicated depending on the problem that we have. Unlike reading a book where we read left to right, top to bottom, math problems, the order of operations require us to go to the right and do some work, maybe go back to the left and do something, jump in the middle. You're all over the place sometimes. So practice. There's a bunch of homework for this in section 5 in the book. Please do that and more. I've noticed that the most common mistakes people make in algebra, no matter what level, are places where they violate the order of operations. So the better you get it now, the better your life will be in the future. Last problem, 16 minus 2 times 3 plus 4. Notice I have the same stuff I have above, except I ditched the parentheses. Does it matter? Well, I mentioned earlier parentheses allow us to change the order of operations. So here's that problem without parentheses. There are no parentheses, so then I look at the order and I'd say, okay, exponents are next. Well, there are no exponents, so that brings me to step 3. I have to do any multiplications and divisions I see before I do any additions and subtractions. Notice that in the middle there's a 2 times 3. That has to happen first. 2 times 3 is 6. Copy everything you haven't done, which is the 16 minus, and then the plus 4. Next, addition and subtraction. Really, it's addition or subtraction, left to right, whatever comes first. The subtraction comes first, so you got to do that first. 16 minus 6 is equal to 10. Finally, I can add 4 to get 14. If you try to violate that order, you probably won't get the right answer. There are times when you can violate the order of operation, but it's only when there's another rule that you can apply. And next time we meet, I'll demonstrate some of those instances. So please jump in your homework, practice, practice, practice the order of operations. To succeed in algebra, you really have to have this down. So please do double the homework I've assigned in this section. Thanks. That's it. Have a good day. See you soon.